Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss the chapter called climate. Today, in this climate, we'll understand that when we use the word called weather, when we use the word called climate, so there is some differences between to understanding between these two words, right? Thus, we start the chapter. So then, see if when we understand the word called environment, right? When we use the called environment, see environment basically we understand by the three features that is called landform, rivers, and climate. Unless we understand this, then it's very difficult to understand the concept of environment. And already we have discussed about the landform, river in the earlier chapter, and this chapter we are going to discuss the point called climate. Student, what is climate and what is weather? See, basically, weather is nothing but it is nothing but it's a state of atmosphere over an area at any point of time. When there are some changes in the atmosphere in the day-to-day basis, we call it as a weather. And when there's a change in the atmosphere, maybe for certain period of time, maybe some 30 years more, or maybe a long period, then we term that as climate. It's not weather. So climate is nothing but it refers to some total of weather conditions and variation over a large area for a long period of time. So students, we have understood what we understand by the weather and climate. Now we have around six factors that control the climate. They are latitude, altitude, distance from sea, ocean current, relief features, pressure, and wind system. Now, student, we will understand latitude. See, you can in the in the slide you can see the this Earth, right? And in the 0 degree is called the equator. Then we have the 23 and a half. If you go to the northern side, see equator basically divides the Earth into two parts: northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So 0 degree above, if you go, we see 23 and a half degree north. That's called Tropic of Cancer, and above that you see 66.5 degree north. That's called Arctic Circle, and above that we have 90 degree north, North Pole. That's 0 degree. If you go bottom side, you'll see 23 and a half degrees called Tropic of Capricorn, and then we see 66.5 degree south. We see Antarctic Circle, and 90 degrees south we see South Pole. So student, it also this latitude also decides that the country which is placed between this latitude, it also makes what type of climate they might be having. So we can see, we can understand this one in a much better way in the next slide. See, if you see from 0 degree to between 23 and a half degree north and 20 degree bottom, 23 and a half degree south, so that is called a torrid zone. It's a heat zone, right? And when you go above 23 and a half degree north to 66 and a half degree, that's called in the northern hemisphere temperate zone, and 23 and a half degrees south and 66 and a half degrees south, then we see it's a student, it's a temperate zone, right? Now, student, when we and the maybe 90 degree above, that's called in the northern zone, it's called the North Pole, and south this in south you see 90 degree bottom you see it's called this South Pole. Student, we'll understand this one in a much better way. See, here I've given a diagram where the sunrise directly falling on the equator region, right? That's called on the 0 degree. So that torrid zone, it's called a hot climate, and above that we have a moderate, and below that we have a moderate type of climate. Then student, we have the next topic of factor influencing the climate is called altitude. Today, see altitude, as we go above the mountain, we see the temperature starts getting decreasing, right? So that is the that is what we have. That why does temperature drops at a higher altitude, right? Because the air is a less dense, less compact, and less ability to absorb heat, and thus the temperature happens to be lower. And here in the bottom side of the mountain we see airs are dense, it's a more compact, and higher ability to absorb heat, and higher temperature we have bottom of the maybe in the bottom part of the mountain, That's called a land area. Then students, then comes the distance from sea. The land area, how far distance they are from the sea. See, this is the moderate climate. This is a zone of maybe the Mumbai, right? Mumbai is near to the sea, so we'll have a moderate climate there. But if you see that Delhi, it's a land area. We doesn't have a any water body nearby that, so that will be expressing higher type of extreme climate, either cold or maybe the hot. The students, then comes ocean currents. Student, what do we understand by the word called ocean currents? See, currents are a large stream of moving water that flows through the ocean. So we can understand actually it travels a long distances. So ocean current are giant rivers of a sea water flowing within oceans, right? So ocean currents basically which flow in a circular path. So we have two type of ocean current. One is called warm current that carry water from lower to higher latitudes, and this makes land near by warmer. Then we have cold current that carry water from high to low latitude, and that makes land nearby colder. The students, then we have next point that's factors influencing the climate is called pressure and wind. And in this pressure and wind we have temperature, rainfall pattern, and surface and upper air circulation that basically influence the this climate. Then student comes jet stream. See students, jet stream basically we understand it is in the latitude of 27 degree to 30 degree north, right? And student, this jet stream basically we see, I have already given the notes here, that upper air circulation in India is dominated by westerly flow known as jet stream, right? And we also given a notes here, these are narrow belt of high altitude, right, above 12,000 meter, right? And westerly winds in the troposphere. So student, this is what about a small introduction about the jet stream. Student, basically in the jet stream, right, we can understand here that it is it also known as subtropical westerly jet stream. It's very important, student, here jet stream we should know, because it also plays a very important role in the change of the climate. Student, you can see this last slide I have written here, right? It's written here that over India this jet stream blow south of the Himalayas all through the year except in summer, right? And western cyclonic disturbances experienced in north and western parts of the country are brought in this or by this westerly flow. So excuse me. So student, you just came to know that easterly jet stream, it's also called tropical easterly jet stream, and they blow over peninsular India approximately over 14 degree north during the summer. So students, this is all about for this part 1, and in the next we will meet in the part 2. Take care. Thank you.